Ever wondered why your cat's shiny new toy, once the star of the show, ends up ignored under the couch in just a few weeks? It's a frustrating cycle. You splurge on the latest catnip stuffed mouse or feathered wand, they go wild for it, and then, poof, it's forgotten, gathering dust in a corner. If this sounds all too familiar, you're not alone. There's a fascinating science behind why cats get bored with their toys, and it's tied to a phenomenon called neophilia. More importantly, boredom in cats isn't just a minor annoyance. It can lead to serious health risks like depression if left unchecked. But don't worry. By the end of this video, I'll share a proven, budget-friendly strategy to keep your feline friend engaged, happy, and mentally sharp. Stick around, because we're diving deep into the world of cat behavior, and I promise you'll walk away with actionable tips to transform playtime for your furry companion. Let's start with the big question. Why do cats get bored of their toys, no matter how fancy or expensive they are? It doesn't matter if you've got a single laser pointer or a whole basket of sparkly balls. Eventually, your cat will give them that classic side eye and walk away. This isn't because they're ungrateful. It's because of how their brains are wired. Picture yourself staring at your fridge, trying to decide what to eat. You've got your go-to meals, maybe a comforting lasagna or a quick stir-fry, but tonight, nothing feels exciting. You scroll through delivery apps, overwhelmed by options, yet still craving something new. That's exactly how your cat feels when they're surrounded by toys but still seem uninterested. This behavior is rooted in neophilia, a term scientists use to describe a love for novelty. Cats are naturally curious creatures, hardwired to seek out new experiences. In the wild, this curiosity drives them to explore new territories, hunt different prey, and adapt to changing environments. It's what makes them such skilled survivors, often compared to miniature predators like the John Wick of the animal kingdom. But here's the catch. Domestic cats, especially indoor ones, don't get the same variety of stimulation as their wild cousins. Without new challenges, their sharp minds can grow restless, leading to boredom. And boredom isn't just a fleeting mood, it's a serious issue. Studies show that chronic boredom in cats can spiral into depression, with symptoms that creep up slowly and subtly. You might notice your cat sleeping more, losing interest in food, or becoming withdrawn, signs that are easy to miss until they become severe. Indoor cats, despite having food, shelter, and love, can feel like their lives lack purpose without proper mental and physical stimulation. Veterinarians are increasingly concerned about this, especially as more cats live exclusively indoors. While we've gotten better at keeping them safe, we're still catching up on how to keep their clever, athletic minds engaged within the confines of our homes. Interestingly, neophilia isn't unique to cats. It affects dogs and even humans. Ever get tired of the same workout routine or playlist, even though you know it's good for you? Cats are the same. They crave novelty. But here's the twist. They also find comfort in the familiar. Think of that one cardboard box they refuse to abandon, or their favorite toy they drag around like a security blanket. Each cat strikes a unique balance between craving new experiences and seeking the safety of the known. For example, some cats go wild for anything new. New toys, new smells, even new food. Others need time to warm up to unfamiliar objects, preferring the comfort of their trusted favorites. Understanding your cat's personality is key to tackling their boredom effectively. So take a moment to think about your cat. Are they an adventure seeker or a creature of habit? Jot down their favorite toys or behaviors. We'll use this later to craft the perfect strategy. Before we jump into solutions, let's talk about why boredom is such a big deal for cats. Beyond the obvious frustration of a disinterested feline, chronic boredom can have real consequences for their health and happiness. When cats lack mental stimulation, they may start exhibiting behavioral issues like excessive grooming, aggression, or even destructive habits like scratching furniture. These aren't just quirks. They're often signs of underlying stress or depression. Unlike humans, cats can't tell us they're feeling down, so these behaviors are their way of signaling that something's off. Depression in cats can manifest in subtle ways, like reduced appetite, lethargy, or hiding more than usual. Over time, these symptoms can weaken their immune system, making them more susceptible to illness. For indoor cats, the lack of environmental variety, compared to the ever-changing world of an outdoor cat, can make this problem worse. They're not climbing trees, chasing prey, or exploring new terrains like their wild ancestors. Instead, they're stuck with the same four walls, which can feel like a sensory desert. The good news? You don't need to turn your living room into a jungle to keep your cat engaged. There's a simple, human-inspired hack that mimics the variety of the wild while keeping things safe and manageable at home. And no, it doesn't involve buying a new toy every week. Though, as one commenter humorously pointed out, you can't stop me from trying. Let's explore the strategy next. Imagine opening your closet and rediscovering a favorite sweater you haven't worn since last winter. It feels almost new again, right? That rush of excitement comes from the break in routine, and it's the same principle we can apply to our cats. The secret weapon against feline boredom is toy rotation, a simple, cost-effective strategy that keeps your cat's playtime fresh and engaging. By regularly swapping out their toys, you mimic the novelty they'd encounter in the wild, sparking their curiosity and hunting instincts without breaking the bank. Toy rotation works because it taps into cats' love for novelty while respecting their need for familiarity. The key is to be strategic, not just randomly swapping toys in and out. To make this work, you need to understand your cat's playstyle and the types of toys they have. For example, some cats are like little hunters, chasing anything that moves, while others prefer puzzles that challenge their brains. One commenter shared that their cat loves breaking open tightly folded toilet paper rolls to get to hidden snacks, a perfect example of a cat with a problem-solving playstyle. Another mentioned their cat's obsession with a simple bottle cap that slides across the floor, proving that sometimes the simplest things spark the most joy. To set up an effective toy rotation, start by categorizing your cat's toys into 3 main types: interactive and activity toys, puzzle and cognitive toys, and comfort and scent toys. Let's break these down in the next section to help you build a balanced toy collection that keeps your cat engaged. To create a toy rotation strategy that works, you need to know the 3 main categories of cat toys and how they cater to different aspects of your cat's instincts and personality. Let's dive into each one. Meiji. First up are interactive and activity toys. These are the toys that get your cat moving, mimicking the thrill of the hunt. Think wands with feathers, laser pointers, springs, or motorized mice that dart across the floor. These toys engage your cat's physical energy and predatory instincts, encouraging them to pounce, chase, and leap. For example, one commenter raved about a bright orange construction string tied to a stick, describing how their cat goes wild chasing it from room to room. The durability of the string and its bright color make it irresistible, proving that simple, well-chosen toys can be incredibly effective. Next, we have puzzle and cognitive toys. These toys challenge your cat's brain, requiring them to solve problems to earn a reward, like a treat or kibble. Puzzle feeders are a great example. Some are simple, where cats scoop out food, while others, like advanced puzzle boards, demand more complex problem-solving. These toys are fantastic for mental stimulation and can even help with dietary management by slowing down eating, which supports digestion. A commenter mentioned hiding snacks in folded toilet paper rolls, which their cat loves tearing apart to get to the prize, an affordable DIY version of a puzzle toy. Finally, there are comfort and scent toys. These focus on your cat's need for tactile engagement and sensory stimulation, often providing short bursts of excitement, followed by calm. Think catnip stuffed plushies, soft balls, or even a sock stuffed with fabric and catnip, as one commenter cleverly suggested. These toys appeal to cats who find comfort in familiar textures or scents. For instance, another commenter shared that their cat adores catnip-scented bubbles, which add a playful sensory twist to playtime. Take a moment to think about your cat's toy collection. Do you have a good mix of these categories? Many of us lean heavily on activity toys, but overlook cognitive or comfort options. Before we started categorizing, I noticed my cats had plenty of wands and balls but lacked puzzles to challenge their minds. Sorting your toys into these categories is the first step to building a rotation that keeps your cat engaged across all their instincts. Now that you understand your cat's playstyle and the types of toys available, let's put it all together with a step-by-step guide to creating a toy rotation strategy that keeps boredom at bay. Here's how to do it. Start by collecting all your cat's toys. Yes, all of them. Those scattered under the couch, hidden in corners, or stashed in random drawers. Next, declutter. Inspect each toy for wear and tear, especially soft or catnip-filled ones that may only last a few weeks. Toss anything broken or frayed that could pose a choking hazard. Safety first. Once you've got your toys, sort them into the 3 categories we discussed: interactive, puzzle, and comfort. Be mindful of your cat's preferences. For example, If your cat loves chasing but ignores puzzles, make sure you have plenty of activity toys, but still include a few cognitive ones to encourage mental growth. One commenter with 5 Savannah cats found that categorizing toys helped them spice up their cat's activity levels, proving this approach works even for high-energy breeds. Now, create 2 toy boxes, one for toys that will be out and available, and one for toys to be stored away. Ensure each box has a mix of toys from all 3 categories to cater to your cat's varied needs. To make rotation seamless, tie it to a regular household routine, like cleaning the litter box or doing a weekly house tidy. This keeps the process consistent and easy to maintain. Here's a crucial tip. Always keep your cat's favorite toy out. Whether it's a beloved spring, a feather wand, or even a random bottle cap. As one commenter noted, leaving their favorite provides the comfort of the familiar, while you introduce novelty through rotation. For my cats, it's a couple of springs and finger traps. They're like catnip lace security blankets. Aim to rotate the boxes every 2 weeks, though you can adjust based on your cat's response. Some cats might need a weekly swap to stay engaged, while others are fine with monthly changes. If you notice your cat losing interest, it's time to switch things up. You don't always need to buy new toys either. Refresh old ones by rubbing them with catnip, rolling them in grass or leaves for a new scent, or even stitching up worn seams, as one commenter suggested, with sock-based DIY toys. One of the best parts about fighting feline boredom is that you don't need to spend a fortune. Cats often love simple, everyday objects as much as, or more than, store-bought toys. Cardboard boxes are a classic example. One commenter shared how their cats go euphoric when boxes are moved to new spots, like a hallway, turning a simple item into a playground. Other great DIY options include ice cubes in a bowl, crumpled paper balls, or even an old shoelace, which another commenter said was their cat's all-time favorite. You can also get crafty. Try folding toilet paper rolls with treats inside, as one commenter did, or tying a bright orange construction string to a stick for a durable, engaging toy. Another idea is to make stuffed toys from old socks. Cut a section, stitch one end, stuff it with fabric and catnip, and sew it shut. Add a bell or shoelace for extra flair, as suggested in the comments. Just ensure all DIY toys are free of small parts or toxic materials to keep playtime safe. These creative solutions not only save money, but also strengthen the bond between you and your cat. Plus, you might discover a hidden talent for crafting feline masterpieces. Who knew a milk bottle lid or a piece of string could bring so much joy? By now, you've got a solid plan to keep your cat's toys fresh and exciting, but let's zoom out and talk about why this matters. Toy rotation isn't just about preventing boredom. It's about nurturing your cat's natural instincts and mental health. When you introduce new toys, rotate old ones, or get creative with DIY options, you're giving their curious, athletic minds a workout. This helps prevent the slow creep of depression and keeps them physically active, which is especially crucial for indoor cats. Think about it. When you're bored, scrolling through the same old apps or staring at a closet full of nothing to wear, a small change, like trying a new recipe or rediscovering an old jacket, can lift your mood. Cats are no different. By keeping their environment stimulating, you're not just fighting boredom, you're helping them live their best, happiest lives. If you're worried about choosing the right toys or avoiding duds, check out our other video, where we share tips on spotting quality toys and even reveal a social media famous toy we loved so much we bought it twice. It's packed with practical advice to make your cat's playtime even better. We've covered a lot today, from the science of neophilia to the power of toy rotation and the joy of DIY toys. By understanding your cat's unique play style, categorizing their toys, and rotating them strategically, you can keep their curious minds engaged without breaking the bank. Whether it's a high-energy chase session with a laser pointer, a brain-teasing puzzle feeder, or a cozy catnip toy, you now have the tools to create a stimulating environment that keeps boredom and its risks at bay. So go grab those toys, sort them into categories, and start your rotation. Get creative with household items, and don't be afraid to experiment with what makes your cat's eyes light up. A happy cat means a happy home, and it all starts with a little effort to keep their world exciting. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and share it with any cat-owning friends who could benefit from these tips. Subscribe to our channel for more practical advice on keeping your feline friends happy and healthy. Let us know in the comments what unique toys or strategies work for your cats. We'd love to hear your ideas. Now, go forth and create the ultimate playtime experience for your furry companion. Here's to happy cats and happy homes.